Good morning, it's wee Paddy from across the shock. And one of my favourite videos, as always, is my Ganzo videos. And this is a wee recap this morning. Look, over this last few months now, was it 6 months probably, Ganzo have come out with their new range of knives. And I've got the three main knives that they come out with um, that have hit the ground running and are absolutely stunning knives. And it all started with this one. This was I can't even remember the names of them. It's not terrible. This is the FH11, sorry, FH11, FH21, FH31. So this FH11 came out first. It's ball bearings. It was the first D2 knife by Ganzo. I have a lovely edge sharpened on this one. Lovely, lovely knife. This is just an amazing work knife. It's got sculptured G10 handles. They ventured away and they've prettied their knives up. Deep carry pocket clips, as have all the new ones, which is what everybody wants. Well, most people, an action to die for in knives that are all under $30. It's just hard to believe. Somewhere between $20 and $30, you can get a knife that's got that standard of blade steel and handle, but yet has a double the price or triple the price working action. It's just, I mean, you can put D2 in anything, but if the knife doesn't work right, there's no point having it because you're not going to use it. This is a beautiful knife, and they all have been. And for me to go through, there's been so many reviews on them. I've done my own initial reviews. This one is a great worker, especially if you want to get in and do a lot of your cuts are sort of piercing cuts, whatever, just a box opening. This is a cracker. A really lovely, lovely blade. And unusual. And again, it's sculptured G10. I'll bring this up close. You'll see that it's sculptured. It's great grip. So these are all work knives. They're liner locked, that are well and truly locked on. Just immaculate. Really are immaculately done. And the nice pocket clip at the back, the lanyard hole at the back of it is really well integrated into the knife. And they've got little bips of colour everywhere every now and then. But my favourite of the three so far was the FH21. This to me was a bit smaller. It's not hugely smaller, but it is a bit smaller. Let's see these two standing up together and we'll bring them up. So it's a little bit smaller than the FH11. But for me, that little bit makes such a huge difference. It makes this a lovely knife to handle. It fits in my hand, absolutely beautiful. As a work knife, D2 steel, I can take on any job with this, any job, and not have any worries that this would let me down. In my idea, is the perfect size for an EDC knife. And it is my favourite of the three, by far. Not by far, but what I'm saying is this is my, if I'm going to go and pick one out of my case to use, this is probably the one I'm going to pick out because it does everything. It's got the reverse tanto. It's got, a lovely blade. The Ganzos are not particularly thin behind the edge, but they're good enough for work. Do you know what I mean? They're good enough for work, and that's what they are. Is a basic priced, high standard work knife. So there was only one knife that I'd never got out of these new knives, and I didn't feel I had the need to get one until I watched another chap's video on it, and I thought, I've got to have it. Being a Ganzo lover, why wouldn't you? So this is it. This is the FH13 SS for stainless steel. And it's a knife that I didn't think that I wanted. It's a knife that I didn't think I would find a use for. And once again, Ganzo have just knocked it out of the park. Look at the stonewash on that stainless steel. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, they could have just made it and thrown it out stainless steel. But look, the blade. Look at that stonewash on that. I mean, that knife could be a day old or it could be 3 years old. It looks so good. And again, look at that bevel on it. They just, everything finishes up. Now, when it came, it didn't take much for me to be able to flick this out by hand. Now I can't. And all I done was simply open the knife up like that, pull the blade back as far as good, and just give it a little push across. Gently working it across a wee bit. Now, as you can see, it hasn't affected it because it sprung back and it's an early lockup. I'm not getting a good picture. There you go. It's an early lockup on the blade, but an efficient lockup. And all I done was literally just push it across a bit until the detent got stronger. And now, still fall shutty, rockets out, and I haven't put any oil in this yet. Do you know what I mean? And now I cannot get that to come out. I'm flicking. And literally before I done it, it was just flopping out. So don't worry if your knife comes like that. It's just a matter of gently and not being bull and throwing across, but stainless steel. And I thought, gosh, that's going to be a lot heavier, being as it's stainless steel, which it usually does equate to. But wait till I show you this. And this is where I think Ganzo's attention to detail. They know people are thinking about weights. They know that it's going to be a... Right, so here it is. This is the Ganzo stainless steel. And this is exactly the same model as this, except stainless steel, G10. Okay, now, this is the G10 version, and it is 3.98. So say 4 ounces. This is the stainless steel version, which you would think would be grossly overweight. 3.99. 4 ounces. It's just, how do they do that? Well, I'll let you know how they do that. Inside, let's get a wee torch here. Now, inside, can you see that? That is one of the most heavily milled. Now, they've still left the structure, and it's still structurally very sound. But, I mean, there's your lockup. It's a new knife, and I've already pressed that so that it's, you know, to get the detent a bit stronger to hold the blade in. And look how, you know, it's still an early lockup, but it's absolutely rock solid. It just doesn't move either way, up or down. So, really pleased. So how good is that? It's the same weight. And how many knives can say their stainless steel is the same weight as their G10? And it's 4 ounces. And you know, these are good sized knives. This is not just a little play knife. This is let me just get back and we'll give it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8¼ inches long. So it's not a little, you know, some little small play knife. This is now fitting into my selection, and I'm so glad I got it, because now there's the range. They're all about the same size, except for this blue one's a little bit smaller. But what a range of work knives have Ganzo come out with. I am so looking forward to the next edition to see what else they're going to bring out to go with this, because, you know, it used to be they were just a lump of a knife. Now they are sculptured. They're nicely. The blade steel is good on them. They've got G10. They've got stainless steel. They're just doing everything that we're asking of them. They're not over billboarding. I mean, they just, to me, it's the best value in the world as far as knife goes. I don't know another brand that can hit you up with that sort of value. If you do, and if you would like me to research that other brand that you think that can compare with what you're seeing in front of you, please let me know, because I will research it. And it's got to be the value for money. It's got to be the value for the standard of the materials. You know, I'm not going to compare this with a $25 knife that's got G10 and 8CR13, because it's not in the ballpark of what you're getting for the money. So it has to be something that's equivalent. Now, by saying equivalent, I will put 440C or VG10 up in that equivalent, but I don't want the cheapest steels. So if you have a company that you think that can beat that or can compare with it, let me know. Let me know, because I'm sorry, that is beautiful. And this I am so glad I went and got. This is my Well, do you know what I mean? I was going to say toolbox, but I think I'm actually going to put this out in my car because you couldn't damage that with a stainless steel. That's a great work knife in a car. Great work knife. How good is that? It's just so good. So there you go. That's my collection of my new Ganzo models. I don't feel the need to go into. There's been so many in-depth reviews that sometimes it gets a bit much. I've reviewed them all in first looks, and to be honest, I've tested every one of them. Not this one yet. Sorry, I've tested them. They are just as good as they sound. As good as they sound. So glad I've got that one. There's a set. Please, if you've got another company can challenge it, throw it in there. I haven't found it yet, but I'm hoping. I'm always hoping that there's going to be another company that's going to come in under $30 and beat that, because that will be some going. Take care, folks. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed that wee share. Highly recommend that knife. I have the link to this to GearBest. It was $23. So sorry, £23 this morning for that knife, which is what, about $26, $27 delivered. And you wait a wee bit because it's GearBest, but it will get there. So that's a great price, £23. I just over the moon. Now I'm away. It's been nice chatting to you. Take care. All the best. Do you know, I've even got a wee cup of tea here to have a drink now. Cheerio now. All the best.